B through Z.
Eyes up, guard.
War never changes.
Every heart return to darkness.
If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
My life with this.
I need a weapon.
Michael, we're back, buddy. It's been a while.
Ooh.
It's been a while, and I know all of our listeners out there have been just clamoring, just going, "Oh, where are they? Where are the B through Z?
B through Z, episode 3 confirmed.
Yeah, we stopped at episode 3. I didn't even think about that. This will be episode 4. We're never gonna have an episode.
That's a good
3.
idea.
But yeah, hello everybody. Welcome. It's B through Z episode 4. You're here with Zilrog, and I am here with the man, the myth, the legend, El Babu Hoss. How are you?
It's new year, new me.
Yeah,
Good to
new
be
year,
here.
new you, huh?
Yeah.
You look different. You shaved your head. Okay, you didn't shave his head, but no, it feels good to be back here. It does.
Mm-hmm.
It does. I've missed being in the studio. For those who didn't get any updates, we weren't able to get into the studio for the last 2 weeks, so we really do apologize if you were like one of the 3 people who probably listen to the show right now, and you were waiting for the next episode. We are so sorry, but we are back. We've got. We don't have a great show for you, but we.
Well, I would say we have a great show in my opinion, but I don't want to tell them that they're gonna have a great show.
Well, we're doing the show, so you know what? We have a great show for everybody.
Okay.
And you're gonna love it. We have a lot of good stuff this time. We're talking about we got a new segment in which we're gonna talk about gaming news for each month. We're gonna talk about the VR, the great 2016, which is gonna be the year of virtual reality. We've got this game called Perception that I wanted to give a little talk about. We got our always exciting Michael's Minute.
Of course.
We're going to have a little conversation about what we would have liked for Game of the Year. And then I'm going to tell you guys about my indie boner for the week. And then we're going to outro it. So let's just, as the great Mickey Goldberg would have said, he took diving lessons for 3 years. We're going to dive right in.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to dive right into this. So January in gaming. So this is going to be a new segment where I'm going to tell you guys about some news because I wanted a little bit more info on the podcast. I'm going to do my best news voice. Hello. And from here, I'm just going to tell you about all the news that we have. It is January, the week of the 8th, and today is Friday, though this podcast probably won't come out till about Sunday.
This is good. I'm really impressed.
So it's January 8th, and this week in gaming, we had a pretty exciting week. El Babu Hoss, wouldn't you say?
Oh man, so exciting.
Very exciting. We had an announcement of PAX South, which will be in San Antonio this year on January in the 29th through the 31st. So that's PAX South. If you didn't know what that is, Google it. On January 4th, 2016, Blizzard purchased substantially all of MLG's assets and intended to use this purchase to further their efforts towards building a television esports channel. This is a cable esports channel, of course, so that's pretty exciting news. This week in game releases, I'm only going to talk about the important game releases, not the billion EA games that come out on Steam that I hate so much. This week in game releases, Hardware Rivals came out on January 5th and is actually completely free if you're a PSN user. Yay, PS4. Thanks, Sony. Also on the 5th, Rebel Galaxy came out for the PS4. It's a space pirate game, and it's got action and trading and all that jazz. So it's pretty cool. For the Xbox One, a game called Hyper Void came out. Hyper Void looks like if Ravers made Star Fox 64, it would be Hyper Void. And lastly, on Xbox One, a game called Lovely Planet came out, which has been out for Steam for a while. And it's a really hard game to explain, so I would suggest just kind of looking it up. But other than that, I mean, not much to say about the rest of that. MLG is gonna be a channel on TV now, which is pretty exciting. I hope that actually comes out soon because I would watch that.
Yeah, probably.
I would totally watch that. Those games seem pretty cool. Rebel Galaxy looks all right. I looked it up, and Lovely Planet looks like something you need to listen or watch while you're listening to the Beatles, and just like on an acid trip. So I don't really know what else. But that's about it for the January game.
That was a fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic news.
We're gonna keep that going. Maybe change it up every time, see what we can do. But that was the pilot episode of our gaming news segment.
I loved it. I was enthralled the entire time.
Thank you so much.
Couldn't stop staring at you.
You're making me blush. So we're gonna move on from that and have our little chat about virtual reality. Virtual reality.
Yeah. I think this is going to be the year that virtual reality is going to start becoming more, like, so virtual reality has been a huge thing. Like, people have been like gamery.
You've been seeing it coming up for a while.
Yeah, I mean, the Oculus Rift has been in the news constantly for like 2-3 years. And I think this is the year that we're going to start actually seeing it more in the mainstream, like, gamer culture media. Because, like, I mean, this is like the second biggest attempt that gaming has tried to like implement like virtual reality into
I mean,
games.
gaming and virtual reality has always gone like hand in hand. It's just like the technology's never been there.
Yeah.
And if the technology has been there, the cost is too much.
Yeah, I mean, that I maybe the cost is still too much.
Still too much. Yeah, I'd say so.
That.
What's the Oculus Rift?
The Oculus Rift, I think.
The price?
It was $600.
Yeah. So I remember an E3 one time where PlayStation announced the cost of the PlayStation 3 originally, and it being about that much, and the crowd's reaction was just dumbfounded silence.
Yeah.
So if the Oculus Rift thinks that they're gonna come out and say, "Hey, this is gonna be $600," and people and the regular gamer is going to buy that and make it an actual standard thing in any gaming setup, it's not going to happen. Well, that is too much money.
Here's like the list of problems with the situation.
Okay.
Is first of all,
when they early Michael's minute.
No, this is going to be a Michael's couple
little
minutes.
Bit of time. Yeah.
So I mean, you got a Oculus Rift. They said back in the day they gave like an estimate price point, and they said around $350, which seemed acceptable for a high-end virtual reality kind of system. And they came out now it's saying it's going to be $600. And on top of that, you have to have a pretty high-end system already to even run the kind of games.
It needs a buttload of USB ports too, doesn't it?
Like a ridiculous amount of
for
power.
Itself, just for it.
Yeah. So you got the $600 like virtual reality set, and you have to have like $1,000 computer to be able to like get the full experience out of this thing. And so you're looking at
while still buying the games that are going to work
and buying the games. So you're looking at the kind of people that are going to be able to afford this and play this regularly are going to be like such a small sect of like rich gamers.
Yeah. and they're obviously out there, and people who can just maybe work like a standard job and are able to save up for it. But still, it's like you're going to always have that thought. As someone who works, you're going to have that thought, is it really worth, like, a paycheck of mine to do this?
Yeah, like a whole paycheck.
And it's like, that's just tough. That's just real tough. Because it's like, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be getting the Oculus Rift.
Me either. The working class gamer, like you and I, we love video games. We make a podcast about video games. Yeah. And there's going to be this awesome thing we can't experience.
Well, I mean, maybe if the podcast picks up, guys, maybe if some of this shit picks up, we can start making some money.
We'll buy an Oculus Rift.
We'll buy an Oculus Rift and talk to you guys about it.
We'll tell you how cool it is.
And we'll have a giveaway. That's my promise.
I don't promise that.
Okay.
You're going to get us in trouble. We're going to have a good show. We're going to get Oculus Rift to every listener.
No. I didn't say that. Anyways. But I was looking up, I saw some stuff that was like, it was comparing, because there's going to be the Oculus Rift, the PlayStation VR, and then
formerly known as Morpheus.
Formerly known as Morpheus?
I don't think they're calling it that anymore.
I just see it as PlayStation VR. That's because Morpheus is kind of a cheesy name.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid.
That's funny, though. Did you know their ship was called the Nebuchadnezzar? They should have named it that. I love that name.
Wait, who called it that?
Their ship on the Matrix.
Oh, you okay? You went right to Matrix.
I don't know. You said Morpheus.
Yeah, I know the Nebuchadnezzar.
Such a cool name. Isn't that a cool name?
Yeah.
I love that. We should play some Civilization after this.
Oh yeah.
When you're off the thing later.
Yeah. For sure.
We're gonna play some Civilization on Steam. You guys should join us. So I was looking up the differences between the PlayStation VR, the Oculus Rift, and this thing called the HTC Vive.
Ugh.
Which is it's trying to work its way into the market as well. Right now the Oculus Rift is pretty much the only one that's releasing a lot of statistics on itself. There's no prices on the other two. There's no PC requirements on the other two. Obviously, the PC requirements for the PlayStation VR is going to be a PlayStation.
Yeah.
But the HTC, they're gonna want to get that out now. That now that Oculus is releasing all this information about themselves, these other ones are going to have to start moving forward. And the problem with what Oculus did is they were the first of the three to release their price.
Yeah.
So they set the bar really high on prices, meaning that PlayStation VR could now essentially set their price at $500 or $550 and still say, well, we're cheaper than the Oculus.
That's what they did. The exact same thing with the Xbox One.
I know.
The exact same situation. They said,
yeah,
like, so when the Xbox One was announced, like, it's going to be a $500 system, everyone's like, oh, whatever, okay. They groaned. It was a lot, but they agreed. And then immediately Sony's like, we're dropping the camera. It's going to be a $400 system.
Yeah.
Because they originally were going to have the camera, which is a $100 piece. So it was also going to be $500, but they're like, they're a lion.
Yeah.
Sony is a lion.
True.
And they just went right for that.
They jumped on that. They did. And that's what I'm saying is they set the bar so high, these other ones can say, oh, we're the cheaper version, still at a really high price.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that the PlayStation one isn't too bad because I would like to play some of those PlayStation games. They'd be real fun. But it's just a matter of that price, when they come out with that info.
I was reading some first-hand accounts that were saying that the Oculus Rift does feel like a little bit more of a high-class VR system than the PlayStation VR. And I think that's what's going to end up happening is that the Oculus Rift will do okay, probably, amongst PC gamers, and it's going to be seen as the high-class VR system.
That's what I was thinking, too.
And you're going to have probably, the PlayStation VR is going to be more of, the everyman's VR because you already have, if you have a PlayStation, you're set. You don't need anything better than a PlayStation.
You don't need to upgrade your system for it.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a huge kind of
definitely
thing for VR.
You could say this is the PlayStation VR and it's going to work on every PlayStation 4. Not this is the Oculus Rift and it's only going to work on your high-end ass computer.
Yeah, here's your system requirements. There's not going to be system
which are
requirements.
insane. From what I hear, though, Adam might actually be buying one. So as we're here talking about how expensive
Oculus Rift?
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, no, he's a sucker for new technology.
I can't wait to have him on the show and tell us how cool Oculus Rift is.
But yes, all that VR stuff. This is I am making that distinction right now, this early into January of 2016. This year is going to have a lot of VR coming out and a lot of virtual reality stuff making a push for the mainstream. And I just hope those prices go down. That's all I can say.
I'm so excited to play
too.
VR.
Me too. Me too. I feel like a kid.
I know. I don't think it's going to be as revolutionary. I'm not going to only play games in virtual reality. I'm still going to sit down with a controller in my hand, like a red-blooded American should.
All I'm going to do, with my beer in my
I'm going to sit on my couch. I'm going to pull out my controller.
Goddamn couch and pull out my goddamn controller and play some goddamn American video games.
but that's I really want to experience the novelty of a good VR.
So we just need a rich friend, and then it'll be like when you're a kid and your one friend had the console that you wanted, so you go over to their house all the time. We just need someone to do that.
We don't have any rich friends.
No, we don't. That's bad news. We'll be rich.
Hopefully.
Make us rich, people. Anyways, so I'm going to move us forward here. I have a game that I want to talk about that I saw some news. They just released a gameplay trailer. It's the first 11 minutes of it. Well, not the first 11 minutes of it, but 11 minutes of a specific level. And it's called Perception. I know you've heard of him, Babu Hoss. And
you can call me by my...
No!
My Christian
name. Christian name. My God-given name. And I watched it today, and it made me go, okay, I want to talk about this on the podcast because it seems pretty cool. So this game, the Kickstarter happened for it, as like every game does now, and it's being made by an ex-BioShock dev and an ex-Dead Space dev. So. And this is a horror game for everybody who doesn't know. It's supposed to be a horror game. Having watched some of the video, what I see is that it is taking so much inspiration from Amnesia, so much. And I really liked Amnesia. I really, really, really liked Amnesia. It scared the crap out of me. But I'm scared that because of how well Amnesia did with the horror genre, that it's going to become this, every horror game has to be like this now, where you're unarmed, you're walking around, and scary shit's going to happen, and you can't defend yourself, and you have to run.
I think that's like every single, like this last 2015, 2014, every single like big like let's play stuff, like horror game like thing was a game. It's a first-person game where you are unarmed and your only means of protecting yourself are running away.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying I'm scared of, is I don't want that to be the only type of horror games that come out anymore, but it's the case. You've got the Slender game that came out a couple years ago. I'm going back. Five Nights at Freddy's, which is just YouTubers' dreams.
Yeah.
You've got the Soma came out. Obviously Amnesia was like that.
Was Outlast like that at all?
Outlast was like that. You can defend yourself. You're right. I forgot about Outlast. Sorry, Outlast does.
They're sitting back in their chairs right now listening to the show.
God damn it!
Outlast 2, it'll be everything you've ever wanted.
But there was some games that came out a couple of years ago, and this might be a while ago actually, called Condemned: Criminal Origins. It was a scary game, but it was also kind of an FPS where you fought back. I like that. I liked Amnesia that you had to run and hide, but I'm getting sick of it now. I'm getting sick of these, I do have to say, though, the Alien game, where you do have to run and hide, or you can use a flamethrower to defend yourself for a little bit, they did a good job because they put a lot of, you had to use your brain to hide in that game.
Yeah.
Like in Soma, which I've been playing through, stuff like that, you run away from those things, and it's like, you just run away as far as you can, and they'll forget about you. You can't do that in the Alien game. You have to go hide in a locker or something. And when the alien gets close, you have to actually hold your breath. So and then the alien will learn if you hide in the locker a lot, it'll check the lockers more often. So they did a really good job of that. I have to say, good job there. If you want to keep making these new horror games where you can't really fight back, you can't kill the thing that's chasing you, you just have to run or hide in some way, just keep innovating, Don't stop where you are. That's the problem is the video gaming industry with everything gets too caught up in, this is our safety net. People buy these games, we're going to keep making them. So don't ruin my horror games. I love horror games so much. Oh my god, don't do it. But yeah.
I think that's something the gaming industry is like the same thing, like the music industry kind of does that too, where something gets popular and then for the next 6 months or a year, that's the kind of thing that's being produced at mass until something else changes it. And that's that's such a obvious, you can tell who's in charge when those things happen. It's businessmen are thinking there, and it's not creative.
It's not the creative minds anymore.
It's nothing but business decisions, which is fine. Games need to make money, and
they do. Yeah, I'm not
if there's a horror game that's just copies another game, but it gets big, and that's fine. It doesn't bother me, but it would be nice to have a variety in games again, because this has been happening since
obviously
Halo came out, then Call of Duty set the pace for all the shooters, and,
exactly.
It's just an unfortunate business kind of thing that happens in all mediums of art,
and it's games like this Perception game that I'm hoping that might change it up a little bit, because Perception, in that game you are a blind character, and you see through kind of sonar. And the way you have a cane and you can tap the ground with it, and it kind of, you can see the room a little bit. And from what I saw in the gameplay is you see the room, you see a certain area, and then that area stays as something you can see because you see it, you remember it. And but then there's still dark areas, and so you have to walk forward and do that again. But then the game, as with every horror game, is very atmospheric. And it has got a lot of noises that create things. But in this game, it's different because those noises will create the sonar for you. So I thought that was kind of cool. You open a door, if it's a squeaky door, kind of like this chair squeaky as shit, you'll see the little sonar things come off the side of the door where the hinges are. And then you'll see that. So, as long as they keep innovating and kind of creating new things like that, I'm okay with these horror games going where they are. And not like I can have any decision for it anyways, but I will keep liking to play and I will be excited for them, and this game Perception seems fun. I mean, BioShock's always, the first BioShock, totally scared the crap out of me at times. You always know that they had some inspiration from horror things. There was in BioShock Infinite, there was the asylum, you said?
Yeah, it was like the scary part of the game.
Yeah, exactly. And you saw like through there, you see those horror elements. So it'll be nice to see them like go, at least the one dev go forward and go with the horror things that they wanted to do. But yeah, I mean, after that, that's it for Perception.
I think so. One last thing I want to say is I feel like Perception, unfortunately, is just going to be a game where people are like, oh, that's really cool for a month, and then it's gone. Yeah. Just like
it kind of has a gimmick.
Yeah. So I think critics, it's going to be critically like really like well loved, but I don't think it's going to have any like real like financial success because it is such a gimmicky game.
Yeah. Well, it's Amnesia, but you're blind, so it's like well, it's different.
If it gets picked up like by like PewDiePie or something, like I think.
Don't say his name.
Sorry.
No, Markiplier would be the one to pick this one up because he does the horror games.
I like Markiplier.
Yeah, he's cool. Yeah, Markiplier's he's one of the YouTubers that I enjoy. So
yeah, I personally am not like super into like a lot of Let's Players.
Me
but
too.
I think he's entertaining.
He's very entertaining,
I like him as a person.
He's got that really good radio voice.
Oh,
it is perfect.
He knows he's got it too, and he flaunts it so hard.
Oh my god, son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch. But yeah, I think unless Perception gets picked up by like a well-known YouTuber, I think it's gonna flounder financially.
Yeah,
which is sad.
Yeah,
but
But I mean, look what happened with Five Nights at Freddy's. Like the first one got picked up by well-known YouTubers, and even probably made some YouTubers' careers because of how scary it was. But like, because it got picked up and it got so famous right away, they ended up making like 5 games just. Yeah, and it was like that ruins it for me at least. Like for me, I'm like, okay, why don't you just take all that work and like make one really good game, not a bunch of games so damn quickly.
I think that dev knew that game, like I think that he saw the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise and he's like, this isn't something that's gonna last a couple years. He's like, I need to make as much money as possible, as fast as possible, and he's sold the rights to a movie. And like,
did he?
Yeah, I think I might be wrong about that. I'm fairly
don't quote the BthroughZpodcast, but there might be a movie.
I'm pretty certain
that'd be a good movie though. They can make that a fun movie.
But I think he was just like, his games are kind of. I don't like them.
I don't like them either.
I think they're stupid.
Like, sorry everybody out there that likes them. I'm just saying it's kind of boring.
But I think that he just saw an opportunity and made as much money as possible.
Well, he did, and good for that dev.
Yeah,
good for that guy because he nailed it. Yeah, whoever that mystery dev.
I know he used to make like Christian games before he made.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he was like a Christian. He created like Christian like video games, and then
there's a game on Steam that I saw called Noah's Ark 3D, and it is Doom, the original Doom game, but it's reskinned, and you're playing as Noah, and you have a slingshot with a net in it, and you catch the animals on the ark.
Wait, they're already on the ark. Why is he catching them?
I guess they escaped from their pens on the ark or whatever. I don't know the backstory. I don't know how Noah works.
I don't know the
I'm not
lore.
God. I don't tell Noah what to do.
God, the animals escaped. What do I do? Here's a slingshot with nets. Figure it out, you crafty bastard.
But yeah, it is. The comments on that game are gold, man. It is hilarious. People are like talking about it, and the shit they say is hilarious.
I might look.
You're gonna have to look it up.
Yeah, it was fun.
There was a sale a couple of weeks back for it where it was like 90 cents. So like so many people bought it as a joke, and it was just hilarious to me. And I was like, this is Doom. I was like, this is the original Doom. But yeah, I mean, so hopefully Perception does something to make it a good standout horror game. But from that gameplay, it just kind of looks gimmicky. And no offense to anybody, just that's how it looks.
Yeah, when I think of gimmicks, I think of Nintendo, and they don't do so well with their games. So
we got Michael's Minute from last week.
Yeah, I just want to call back to last week's our last episode.
Yeah,
Michael's Minute. Gimmicks don't really work as well as they used to in the video game industry.
Nope. People need more than gimmicks. But speaking of Michael's Minute, I think it's about that time, my friend. Are you Michael? Are you prepared to be released from your cage to say whatever you want for a minute on whatever you want?
I am Michael.
You are Michael.
First of all.
You are Michael.
I am.
Thank God. I was so worried. You have no idea. I was like, I didn't know who I was talking to this whole time.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. It's a little change of pace. This week is not going to be necessarily a video game topic, but it's a...
That's fine.
Nerd
it
pop
sticks
culture.
with nerd culture because that's what this.
Everyone here in nerd culture. We all accept each other. We
do.
It's
that's
okay.
what we need to continue to do. So what is it, on porn?
Yep.
Awesome. I have a lot to say about that.
No, the Michael's Minute theme this week is the DC Comics cinematic universe.
Ooh, that's exciting. Okay, so we're at 35 seconds right now on the clock here. I'm gonna let it time down to exactly a minute. I need you can get ready.
Pumped.
He's getting pumped up. He's getting pumped up. Wish I had like Rocky theme music right now. Yeah. It's so great. God damn, opportunity missed.
Sing it with your mouth.
So, it's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight.
Oh, then no more than 6 seconds. We're gonna copyright this.
Yeah. Ouch. Okay, go.
So DC Comics cinematic universe, or lack thereof, is failing so hard, and here's why. Because they're trying to copy what Marvel's doing, and they're doing the worst job possible. What Marvel did is they took the opportunity to create an entire universe, and they have the conviction to know that everything that they create is going to exist in this universe, no matter how silly or how ridiculous it might be. If they create a TV show, you can confidently know that it is going to exist in the same universe as the Avengers, as all the other superheroes, which allows me as a viewer to be automatically invested before the show even airs. I'm already invested in this universe. However, DC Comics doesn't do that. They have these two shows, The Flash and Green Arrow, or Arrow, and they exist together, but they have said that they will not exist within the cinematic movie universe. They will have a different Flash and a different Arrow play characters if they have a movie. And they had so many movies about DC, and none of them are connected. None of them mean anything, and it's all stupid. And I hate it so much because I can't be invested, and I just want to die because I want to like this stuff.
What a way to end it. I just want to die.
I love superheroes.
I know. No, that was nailed it timing there, my friend.
Yeah.
Nailed it. That was exactly a minute. I know it was a minute this time. I swear I counted it right.
You counted down. I
did,
started sweating.
I know. I saw you
should
moving faster and stuff. Did everything go into slow motion for a moment?
Yeah, a little bit.
I
thought I might be like saying too much.
No, I don't think you could ever say too much. If you cram as many words as you can in that 60 seconds.
I felt like I may have talked about Marvel too much, but I think you needed it. You need the explanation.
No, I needed the explanation.
I'm a huge Marvel fanboy.
Yeah, you are, but that's fine. That's what we have you here for, man.
Yeah,
that's what you do, man.
I'm here to make people mad.
I like that. No, I actually did not know. I did not know that the DC cinematic universe was going to be disconnected between. Or the movie universe is going to be disconnected between the shows. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a dick move.
It's like they have no
they don't like what they already made.
Yeah, because the shows are, not to extended Michael's minute here.
Right.
This is just a conversation.
Yeah, I know.
So, Arrow and Flash are doing well. Gotham is doing okay, I think.
I don't. Is that even a DC specific show,
I don't know.
Or is that just like
Well, they don't. Don't. They're not confident in themselves to say that.
Right.
But they have had like a crossover between Flash and Arrow.
Yes, they have.
And so
they've had multiple episodes.
And those are doing well. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but that's besides the point. They're doing well.
I am.
They're doing well.
I like them.
That's fine. I'm not going to judge you
much.
So they're doing well. And they said that, I read somewhere that they said, or Warner Brothers said that if they do have the Flash in a movie, or the Arrow in a movie, it will not be played by the same actors. It will be different characters. And I just thought that was so awful.
That's a dumb thing to just straight up say. Like, why even do that? What's the point?
There might be, like stupid licensing issues that they're not like, they don't want to pay the extra buck to like have whatever, but because Marvel's got Disney behind them, so they can just do whatever they want.
That's true.
Fortunately for them.
Yeah.
But like, when you have something like, before Daredevil came out,
right,
I knew that Daredevil the show is going to exist in the same universe.
You knew
as
from
these
the
movies.
moment because they
said that.
They say it straight up, say it right away.
And I'm automatically
yeah.
I have to watch the show because I'm already invested in these other movies, so I'm already a fan of the show before.
And even in Jessica Jones, I noticed they talk about that when they're on the first few episodes, they're talking about on the girl's radio show. She's saying that Kilgrave they're talking about Kilgrave having like powers to control people, and they're like, that's ridiculous. And she's like, aliens invaded New York, like, and they totally just throw that in there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, in Daredevil, the whole premise behind like the bad guy's plot involves like the reconstruction of New York because of the alien attack, and the whole plot revolves around what happened in the Avengers.
Exactly. And
it's such an intelligent thing to do, and it's so...
Well, it's great doing that because then you feel like you're in the know. And everybody loves to feel like they're in the know. Everybody, you know... And so it's like when you jump right in there and you're like, this show is going to talk about something from a movie that you saw, then there's just something exciting about that.
Yeah, it's investment. Mm-hmm. You're invested already because you know it, and that's... You know that you're creating fans for something before it exists, and that's like, and also the fact that it's a comic book that has existed for years. So I mean,
it's straight up saying though, like, if we have Flash in a movie, if we have a Green Arrow in a movie, it's not going to be those characters.
Yeah, hopefully they change their minds about that.
Because I think that I like those two characters a lot. So I think that.
But you think like even with like Guardians of the Galaxy, which is like a really silly movie, but I loved it. Yeah. But it's a really silly movie, and it had no direct connection to the Marvel movies we have seen, but they said this exists in the same
there
universe.
was the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, like they're building this whole thing, and it's never been done before in cinema, where they have like this long series of disconnected movies that are all building towards one thing. Yeah, and you know to build upon that with television, with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Jessica Jones and Daredevil, like they're just going all out on this awesome thing, and I just can't get enough of it because I'm a huge nerd. And DC could do this, but they can't figure it out. They had those, the Batman movies, which did really well, and they wanted Nolan North. Christopher Nolan. I saw.
They wanted Nolan North the voice.
I wish Nolan North would. Sorry, I'm always thinking about Nolan North.
Freudian slip.
Yeah, I'm always thinking about him. But they had Christopher Nolan do the Batman movies, and they really wanted him to do Man of Steel, and they wanted him to do the Justice League, and he said no. Oh yeah. So that was their first okay, those Batman movies no longer canon with our universe, and they had.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why they have Ben Affleck.
They have and then they had the Green Lantern movie, and they did really badly. Like it did badly. So
they
said
pretend that didn't
exist either. Yeah. And they're just anything that goes wrong, they just pretend doesn't exist. Like so Iron Man is the beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Everything is before that doesn't mean anything. True. And then even like the Hulk movie after that with that one guy.
We mean the first? Oh, with I know who you're talking about.
Fight Club.
Yeah, Fight Club guy. That guy. But there was the Hulk movie even before that.
Yep, those don't count because they weren't made by Marvel.
Oh, true.
But this Hulk movie wasn't very good, but it was made by Marvel, and it counts.
Edward Norton.
Even though this movie that wasn't that good, still they confidently say this exists in the universe. They're actually in the new Captain America: Civil War. A character from that Hulk movie, a general, is in the. Yeah, like for the first.
Well, in the Avengers, they have clips when they're talking about each of the Avengers. Mm-hmm. There's some clips on the screen of the Hulk from that Incredible Hulk movie. And so they hold it all together.
So it's just they have a lot of conviction, and I think that's such a great thing to have when you're moving forward. That's a good thing to have even they're saying like if we make a wrong step, that's okay because we're gonna own up to that mistake. Yeah. And, we're not gonna forget it happened.
Yeah. Oh, when they changed the Rhodey character, the actor of Rhodey, they didn't pretend like Iron Man 1 never happened.
Yeah, they said, hey,
that's
still
cool.
exists.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then I think
it was a good Michael's minute. Yeah, I have to say.
I could talk a lot about this.
I know you can, and I do apologize, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We'll have to do an extended Michael's minute someday for you. Yeah. On one of these, we really do. So up next was actually something you came up with.
Yeah.
So why don't you?
So being the first episode in the new year, the first thing I want to talk about is the year we're moving away from, 2015. And while last time we talked about the Game of the Year award, the Game Awards. Yeah. I wanted to talk about our personal Game Awards, the Michael and Robbie Game Awards, because
while Gaming Awards, I like it.
While I loved the results of the Game Awards, I have my own results
that you do,
and assuming that we have any fans at all, I would feel like if I was listening to a person talk about video games, I would want them to.
You'd want to hear their opinion about
of what they think should be Game of the Year.
Sounds good to me. So. Why don't you start us off then?
So, 2015, we had a lot of great games come out.
Yeah, we did.
And, the year started off pretty cool with Dying Light. Mm-hmm. And, that was the first game I played this year.
It's a great damn game.
It was really fun.
I have to say.
I had a lot of fun with it. Yeah. And I think I played every, big release, at least that was
Yeah.
on PlayStation.
Yeah.
Minus like things like Assassin's Creed.
Those don't count.
They're yearly. They
Those
don't
come
count.
out so much.
Um,
That's like saying that Call of Duty deserves award. Fucking Call of Duty.
I used to play Assassin's Creed yearly, but after Unity, I said no more.
No more?
I'm taking a break until I'm certain they're good again.
All right, cool.
But I've been thinking about what my game of the year is for the whole month of December. Like, what is my game of the year? I've been going back and forth a lot. I really liked Fallout 4. I really liked
Right.
what I played of The Witcher. I haven't gotten through it because
Right. So much.
so
much.
I've never been overwhelmed before.
I know.
In a video game.
The
until
game
then.
is overwhelming.
Just to clarify how overwhelming it is.
I feel. Can you imagine how overwhelming it was for them to make that game? Dear Lord.
That's why they won Game Dev of the Year.
Yeah. Because they're all dead.
They all died making the game.
All right. So
Their children will inherit their awards.
there you go. A bunch of kids come on stage. Our parents are dead.
We're all orphans.
We're all orphans. Oh, kid.
So, my game of the year is drumroll.
Oh.
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne. You know what? I almost expected that a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Bloodborne
really came out in 2015?
in March.
Holy hell. Wow. I didn't know it was that young.
Yeah, I played a lot of games this year.
Mm-hmm.
The only two games I played that were better than Bloodborne was the remake of Dark Souls 2, which doesn't count because that game came out in 2014.
Yeah.
But it was really good. And the expansion for Destiny, Taken King, which doesn't count because it's an expansion.
Mm-hmm.
Both those games I thought were a little bit better. I had a little bit more fun with those games than I did Bloodborne. But compared to everything else I played, even compared to Fallout 4, The Witcher, whatever, Dying Light, I thought Bloodborne gave me the best game experience this year.
Mm-hmm. Well, I like it. I don't think you're alone in that. I think there are a lot of people who are.
It was
who
nominated
that.
for Game of the Year, I think.
It was a damn good game. It still is a good game. We were playing it lately.
Yeah, I platinumed it, and so I spent a good couple hours of that game.
Yeah. Just a few hours.
I'm
on the game.
in New Game Plus, and it's pretty difficult.
I know. Speaking of Bloodborne, we were playing Bloodborne because Michael and I both just recently got the Old Hunters, and I'm on my first game. I've beaten it on one character, and I started another character. My notorious bullshit, always making new characters crap. Fallout 4.
Yeah.
And so I beat it once, but I'm on my second time playing through, and I'm in between the last boss and the real last boss. For anybody who's not played, I don't want to give it away, but just being real safe about the spoilers here. I don't want to beat the game yet because I want to do the Old Hunters before New Game Plus it.
Yeah.
And shit, is that hard. The Old Hunters is tough. And then you join in with me last night, and you guys just destroyed everything, and I felt like the weakest little piece of crap ever.
Yeah. I'm in my game. I'm at level 179, and
I think it's exactly 100 levels above me.
Like in my game, it's like I'm struggling. Like it's
the
tough.
Old Hunters is tough, man.
And then I get in your game, and I'm just like, I feel like Superman,
Just dominating through
I'm just
everything.
one hitting everything. The boss is like hitting me.
Yeah.
I'm like tanking his hits. I'm like, I've never tanked a hit in a Souls game before. This is awesome.
It's true, like in any Souls game.
Um,
But all I can think about every time I'm playing Bloodborne, and not to turn away from Bloodborne, is Dark Souls 3 is coming out this year.
oh my god.
And Dark Souls is my shit.
Yeah, it's all about
And
shit.
like, oh my god, I really like Bloodborne, but at a certain point, forcing you to play the game the same way and not letting you do all the different things you can do in Dark Souls, it's not the same. You know, maybe I don't want to dodge all the time. Maybe I want to put on Havel's armor and I want to be the goddamn wall.
Yeah.
Like something like that. But
the customization in the Souls game, like the actual like Dark Souls 1 and 2,
Yeah.
is so much more than Bloodborne. Bloodborne's a little bit. They wanted it to be different.
I know, and I really like Bloodborne. I'm not saying that one's better than the other in that sense. I'm just saying I'm missing Dark Souls right now.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling the itch.
Yeah. Me
Well,
too.
I played the remake of Dark Souls 2,
Yeah.
and I had so much fun with it. I'm like, this game is better than Bloodborne.
Yeah.
But it's it was a remake, so it doesn't count. But
Yeah.
like Dark Souls, it was my first time playing Dark Souls at 60 frames a second. because I'm a console gamer, and for some reason, From Software refuses to release a game.
I don't know what that
being capped
issue
at 30.
is. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Even Dark Souls 3, they're like they're gonna cap it at 30 frames per second.
What?
Yeah.
I'm getting on PC again. That's depressing.
Well, I guess
I
we'll
want
be
to play
playing-
with you guys.
well,
Damn it!
That's the second.
Damn it, From Software! Listen to us.
To be fair, like, I mean, Bloodborne, the one complaint I would have about that game is that it had frame rate issues.
Yeah.
Like, things get a little too hectic.
The only time I've had frame rate issues in that game was when we were doing co-op last night in the Old Hunters in that area where you walk through with all the crows and all the dead bodies. There's just so much on screen.
Yeah, I think that's their problem is, like, there's so much going on in the game that it kind of bogs it down.
Yeah.
And then in that, you know, because there's frame rate problems, I'm having trouble, like, seeing all the beauty that they've created.
Exactly.
But you know, it's better than it was when it was first released. It was a
Yeah.
little bit worse. They've kind of
Yeah.
you know, patched it,
And they
made it a little
continue
bit
to
better.
do that with all their games.
But yeah, I think Bloodborne was the best game I played this year.
I like that choice a lot. I'm having a lot of Bloodborne playing right now. I've been playing a lot of Bloodborne. I just mumbled so much. Oh my god, I just like totally stumbled all over all my words right there. I'm keeping it in though.
Ooh.
That's the real me.
It's the real.
That's new year, new me, Robbie.
So Robbie, tell me,
Oh, my game of the year.
what was your game of the year?
Okay.
What was your favorite game?
My game of the year. Drum roll me. Rocket League. Yep.
Big surprise.
Yeah, I know. Every time someone says Rocket League, I just instantly get a boner. But honestly, and I wouldn't normally say it about a game like that. Like, I've played a lot of PvP games in my time. A lot of people, and I'm gonna call it a PvP game, even though you're not like killing each other. It is against other players. But I think Rocket League showed the gaming community that sports games don't all suck. And before Rocket League, the best sports games we got all the time was the yearly fucking sports games that are in real life. You can't have Rocket League in real life, and that's the point of video games, is you to do something you can't do in real life. And so with Rocket League, until they come out with a way to do remote control car battles in little arenas that where you play soccer
With jetpacks.
with jetpacks, yeah, you're gonna have something that's unreal. And I just like I've played, like I said earlier, I've played so many PvP games, and I either get burned out of them at some point, and I just go, okay, this is boring. Like, despite, I mean, and I don't want to make any enemies here. I don't think CS:GO is boring. I'm just saying, like,
Oh, God.
I did get a little bit burned out of CS:GO.
I can hear them coming already. I can hear the charging. There's a mob already outside.
There are pitchforks and torches.
They were just
outside.
waiting for you to say
So
something.
this is gonna be the last episode we ever do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, I have seen myself continuing to put hours into this game, and I just keep doing it. And I have a section on my Steam games for PvP games, and each and every one of them, I play a decent amount and then stop and then come back later, then stop and come back later. But none of them have I just consistently played like I have been with Rocket League. And shit, I was playing Rocket League before we came in today, man.
Goddamn.
I love Rocket League so much, and
It is a good game.
they made such a good game. And the fact that it came from such a little developer, and it's like this like little success story that kind of makes you happy when you look at it, like. And it's not overly violent. It doesn't rely on anything like that. It doesn't rely on any gimmicky shit like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It is just an original idea, well executed, and the devs have been keeping up with it, patching shit when stuff goes wrong, making it fair. I mean, and there's no microtransactions. Like,
It's beautiful.
what? There's just some DLC. Like, and oh man, I could go on for Rocket League for a very long time.
It
but,
is an example of how you do a video game,
It's true.
a
Yeah.
non-AAA game.
Exactly.
I think that's like outside of just the gameplay aspect of it, which is the
Obviously, insanely fun.
primary
Yeah.
kind of reason you would love the game, but it's just like you said, it's just like a nice success story of something that an underdog.
Somebody made
Success.
something good. It got big, and they got successful from
It's just
it.
pure
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah, you can't look at it and like go, fuck them.
It's like it's a good game, but oh, they did this.
Yeah, but they did this, and therefore I didn't like it. So, I mean, I really just love me some Rocket League, and it was tough. Like, you know, when you asked me Game of the Year, a bunch of things went through my head. Obviously, I loved Witcher 3, but just like you said, I've been overwhelmed, and that's affected my ability to play it. I loved Fallout 4, but I haven't played that for a little bit now. And I don't know if that's something that I'm just going to keep playing for a super long time. Maybe when DLC comes out, you know.
Pick it back up.
And I've played a buttload of different Steam games this year, but none of them have kept my attention like Rocket League has. And I was like, I don't normally choose little games like that. I normally choose like the big AAA titles if I was going to say.
It really stands out.
It does. And once again, Rocket League, I think we've said this 3 episodes in a row now, but good job on your game. So that's my game of the year, my friend.
So yeah, if we could suggest 2 games to go play, if you haven't played Bloodborne or Rocket League, please go play those games.
Yes, exactly.
They're very different though. So.
And if you are gonna play, could you imagine if they made like a mix, a Bloodborne Rocket League mix?
Bundle,
like this car with a scythe on the top of it.
That'd be good.
The only way you can demolish other players is if you hit them in the back.
That's good.
That'd be funny. That'd be cool. They Rocket League has done a lot of crossover stuff. They have like the flags and the hats and everything, or like a lot of crossover stuff.
Some of my favorite stuff is like when I was making my Rocket League car and I saw that they have like some Rooster Teeth flags.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
do.
I was so surprised by that.
Yeah.
But it made me so happy. Because I'm a huge Rooster Teeth fan. So I was just like, oh, that's so cool.
Like Rooster Teeth flag now.
They even had like the fun house, like the offshoot Rooster Teeth company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they're the LA branch of Rooster Teeth. They're called Funhouse.
Oh, that's cool.
They even had their flag, and I'm like, that just happened. Like
that's pretty awesome.
It was just they're on top of it, man.
Yeah.
Those devs. Like,
and Rocket League, the devs are Psionics, and they make another PvP game called Nosgoth, which I actually do play a decent amount. But it's like I said, with most PvP games, I play it for a decent amount, then I stop for a while, then I go back. And I tried out Nosgoth earlier this year. It's like a vampire game, like it's vampires versus humans, and the fairness factor it's a very hard game to balance from the way they're trying to do it, but I think they're doing a good job. So like I had gotten the feel for them already this year, and then when Rocket League came out, you know, I didn't make the connection for a bit either until they made these Nosgoth flags in Rocket League. And I was like, why are they doing Nosgoth? Nosgoth's such a small game, blah, blah. And I was like, holy shit, this is, you know. But so it's just like, I don't know. I'm in love with that dev, and like if I got to interview any devs, it would be them. It would be them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd tell Kojima take a hike.
I would. Well, I wouldn't say like that. I mean, but if they gave me the option to, like, you know, if someone was like, who are you gonna interview for the podcast? My choice would be I want to go to Psionics and be like, just be a little girl. You know, I'd be like, whoa, everything's so exciting. Yeah.
That's nice.
But yeah, so that's my game of the year, man.
Well,
I like that. That was fun. That was good.
Yeah.
So hopefully our game of the year choices came out to the liking of our viewers.
Yeah.
All right, and so the show's actually winding down a little bit. We're kind of running out of time. But I have to do what I do best and talk about my boner, my indie boner of the week.
I've been waiting all episode.
I'm sure the ladies have been too. Yeah.
God.
Just boner.
Please stop.
Okay. Fair enough.
That's what they're saying. I'm totally
they're
down.
whatever. Screw them.
I'm just getting into character.
So the indie boner of the week, I've chosen this one, and I found it last night. So I'd been looking all week, and I couldn't find nothing. Well, I did find one that I thought would be kind of cool, but then I found this one, and I was like, this is going to take the cake. So I will talk about the runner-up. The runner-up is a game called Escape from Pony Island. It is nothing like you expect it to be. It is, you are a person stuck in a limbo, and your limbo is an arcade machine that has been programmed by the devil. And the arcade machine is called Escape from Pony Island, but you never play the actual arcade machine itself. You're just inside the machine, and the devil keeps making you do all these crazy things, and you have to like level up and like try to defeat him and stuff.
Sounds real fun.
Yeah, it throws you for a total loop, and it's really cool. But that wasn't it, and you know, I'm sorry.
But that
was
my
the runner-up. My choice this week is a game called Punch Club, and Punch Club is a boxing fighter simulator where you have to train and you have to it's got all that sim stuff. You got to train the character, you got to make him good, you got to do this, and you got to go win the fight. And you got to move up in the ranks, and apparently there's this funny little, I guess it's not that funny, but there's this little story about it where you're trying to find out who killed your father. And it's like an 8-bit game, or it's like 16-bit game, and it's got all that classic, Miami, like do music, and it's got the very 80s feel, and it looks really fun. But the biggest reason I chose this was because of something that the developers decided to do that has so many people up in arms, and they're not going to buy the game now. I saw so many people saying, I'm not going to buy this game now because of this. The developers made a special copy for Twitch to be able to play. And they've got a Twitch account where you go on and you enter in commands. And you can literally tell the character, you can push your character to go out and drink and pass out and miss out on a night of training because you made him go drink and pass out. And this game is not going to actually come out and be available for purchase until Twitch beats the game.
Is it kind of like the Twitch plays Pokemon?
Exactly like it, yes. That's the whole idea.
Yeah. Took them, I think, 19 days to beat the game.
Which is really impressive, actually, that it only took them 19 days to beat the game.
That was a good 19 days.
Yeah. That was an intense 19 days. But, yeah, I mean, and a lot of people are on the devs about this. They're like, your game is not good enough for us. We don't even know who you guys are. Your game is not good enough for us to want it this bad, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's unfair. I think that's people getting pissed off a little bit too early. The developers are just trying to make kind of a fun way to get people to unlock the game. Obviously, they know by having Twitch beat it is not going to increase their sales, so they're not doing it in that way. What I think they're doing is they're just trying to make something unique about their game other than the game itself. And I'm not going to not play the game or buy the game because of this. I think it's kind of funny, and I'm going to probably go watch that Twitch stream later tonight and see where they are. So I really hope, with all the backlash that the devs are getting, they don't turn their back on the idea. I hope they follow through with it, and what I want is for people to just get over it.
Yeah.
It's such a stupid thing to be mad about. Instead of saying the game's coming out on January 24th, they're just saying, if the game is beaten by January 14th, you get to play it,
Yeah, I think it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I think it will increase sales. If they had just released the game like normal, it would have just been a funny game you could play, whatever. But since they're doing this is already
so much marketing.
Yeah, people are talking about this game. And I would have never heard about this game unless you told me about this interesting thing. You might have just passed over this random game because of this, but because of their decision, this controversial decision to only unlock the game once Twitch beats it.
Yeah,
it's brilliant.
Yeah, it is.
So many more people I think are gonna buy this game because they want it.
But like I was saying, I was also seeing a lot of people saying that they're not going to get the game because of it. So
I don't. They're full of shit.
Yeah, those people might be.
People
who
say
shit.
That are full of shit.
They've already bought the game and they're just mad and they're trying to get something else out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean. And it is a controversial decision, and I've been wondering, because I was thinking about this recently. After that game came out, it started making me think about these other indie games that I've heard of that are doing kind of ideas like that, where they're integrating the real world in a sense. There's apparently this horror game, and I don't quote me on this. I don't remember the name even at all, but I read this article a couple months ago about a horror game that is supposedly going to be an MMO, and when you die in the game, you die for real. Whoa. No.
Oh my God!
That was wrong. You die. Your character is dead in the game. It's like a hardcore Diablo character.
Okay.
I am so sorry. I don't know why I got so intense.
You scared me. I was like, "Are you serious?"
They come to your house with a knife and they stab you to death.
This is the plot of Sword Art Online.
Exactly. And no. I'm so sorry. But apparently that character dies, and once every character dies off in the game shuts down and is done.
Can you not make another character?
Apparently, I don't know. I didn't read into all the details. You might be able to make another character. It is
like
kind of a cool
stuff.
idea, but then you've got so many people who are going to be like, I bought this game, and what if I fuck up and die? What if I walk into a room and an alligator eats my head or something like that? And I have no idea what the game is about. Don't know the name. Don't know anything else. I just remember reading this article, And I was like, that's a really freaking cool idea. Think if you were the last person alive on that game, whole world of gamers that played it would be watching you going, don't die, you son of a bitch. Like, find a way to get us back to life. Something like that.
Yeah, if he gets to the end of the game, everybody revives.
Oh, man.
That'd be cool.
Now, that would be cool. That would be the hero.
I'm going to go look this up. This game sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I think that...
And I thought of that after I, like, heard, we're not going to release it until Twitch beats it. It's just some kind of little thing that they're doing to make their game not just unique to a game genre, but unique to games in general.
Uh-huh.
And so, I mean, that horror game sounds kind of fun, but at the same time, like, I don't want to lose $30.
Well, the price plays. If it's like a $15 game, I'd pay $15 for an experience, like a week long or however long I survive.
I'd pay $15 to die in a day on that game, just so I can be part of it.
You know what it's gonna do? It's gonna create like a new type of like hyper cautious gaming, where you don't have like these people Leroy Jenkinsing.
Oh yeah, that'd be a totally different type of MMO. It'd be like
okay guys, like you have like a raid group going in, like okay guys, let's this is serious.
We really
now.
gotta talk about this because if anybody dies here, you're done.
Yeah.
Like, and we don't want that to happen. That'd be real interesting.
It's gonna be like the last surviving group is just gonna be these hardcore fucks like.
Oh yeah, they're just like, never gonna leave their little area.
They're gonna be it's gonna be like Walking Dead, like in the new season. Just like it's like instead of having all the stupid people died off and all like the weak people died off, you just have this core of like survivors.
They're just scarred up, like like.
Oh, their voices sound like this because their throats have been slit 5 times.
You're gonna go
go
into their house and he's on his computer and he's got like one of his eyes went blind and he just like hasn't eaten in 3 weeks. He's like,
it just turns to you.
I'm keeping this game alive.
You're the survivor.
Yes, that's me.
It's just like this hero in the gaming world, Could you imagine?
I can't wait. I'm excited about that.
I got
the
pretty
punch
excited
game.
when I
The
heard
punch
that,
game
too.
sounds cool, but this game sounds even cool.
No, yeah, and I don't know, and I remember them saying like, oh, this game might not even come out because of it. It might be a Kickstarter or something like that, so it might never happen. But that idea alone made it real interesting, like and exciting for me. Even like I thought that definitely really cool. But I mean, it's just ideas like that keep this. I mean, when Twitch Plays Pokemon came out, that was huge.
That was massive.
So it's like those little thoughts like that are going to keep sparking new things in the gaming world, and it makes me proud to be part of the community.
At the height of Twitch Plays Pokemon, I think like they had 120,000 people watching.
How did it even figure out which commands to take when you had that many people going left, right, left, right, left, right?
So they integrated a like Anarchy Democracy system in the game, which kind of fucked things up a little bit because then it went really quick after that, where like people could vote for which one, and if it was Anarchy, then like it would take in whatever command like anyone did. But then if it went to Diplomacy, then people could put in commands, and whichever command was put in most would be the action that they would do.
Okay.
So, but at the same time, like I remember when they were fighting the Elite Four, I jumped on and I was like cheering. I was cheering on. It was like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
And like one of my favorite things in the world, because there was a glitch in the original Pokemon games where Dragonite would try to use his Psychic move against a Bug type Pokemon, but because that's their weakness. But in the first game, but not in the other games. Pokemon's very serious to me. But anyway,
I like it. I'm excited.
Dragonite would use a move that didn't do any damage, and he had a Venomoth out. So his Venomoth was like way lower level, and it was just attacking over and over again. And he beat the Dragonite, and everyone just started cheering. Like I saw the chat explode, and it was like Dragon Slayer, Dragon Slayer.
The Dragon Slayer.
And then like I like immediately like went on Facebook and I saw a picture of like Venomoth, and it was like that scene from Gladiator.
Yeah.
He was holding Dragonite's head, and it was Venomoth.
Oh my
I was like,
God.
are you not entertained?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is such an huge event.
Huge.
And I think things like that are what keeps the gaming industry exciting.
Yeah,
the gaming community exciting.
And I can't think of something else where something like that would happen.
Yeah.
You can't think of a movie. No one's gonna come up with a movie gimmick that's gonna do something like that.
Email me all your script, one word at a time. I'll write the script.
Shit, we should do that. That'd be so.
It's gonna be like a gibberish movie.
Follow Gilberta. New model.
But they have to write in like
Actions.
stage actions too, not just
So you're
dialogue.
dancing and shit.
Oh,
Like,
that's good.
Smack the air like it's a butt. Fought a lot of go jogger.
That's a good idea.
That is. We'll do that when we get enough.
We're gonna
viewers.
revolutionize the movie industry.
We're gonna revolutionize the movie industry. We should also do it with a podcast. We should have an hour-long podcast where people make it up for us. That'd be cool if we had like a one of those things where they feed the words to you like a newscaster.
Oh yeah, like
And
scrolling.
just give it to somebody and like just give it to Twitch and let them do it. And we're just like, fuck, just tits.
tits.
Come on, guys.
Hitler. I think
That's what it would be.
I think we could probably, if we really, really wanted to, we could figure something like that out.
That'd be fun. So that'll be next time. If we figure something like that out, it'll be on the website first and foremost. But yeah, we've hit our mark here, guys. We're gonna get going. Thank you so much again for listening. If you've listened to this one, you haven't listened to the others, listen to the others. We're gonna be putting them out we record them every Friday. I can't get them edited until every Sunday. So that's what it is. We're gonna have a new episode coming out every Sunday. If we have anything get in the way, we're gonna make sure to do an update right away and let everybody know. I've been trying to do something here where I'm making videos of me playing the games that I've been talking about. So I'm making videos right now of me playing Ben and Ed from the very first episode. Windward I can't really make videos of because the way it's played, it would be really boring to watch.
Where can people see these updates?
I'm going to be putting those up on the website.
Okay.
So in our videos section.
What's our website?
Our website is BthroughZ.tk. That's where you can find all of these updates.
Thank you.
Thank you. And then Michael's got his Twitter.
Yeah, you can tweet me at MichaelBubbles.
.twitter.com, right?
Maybe. I don't know if that's how it works.
No.
If you tweet people, I'm pretty sure you know how to do that. You
Yeah,
just
probably.
tweet at Michael Bubbles. Just say whatever you want to me. I don't care at this point.
Yeah.
Just belittle me if you want to. I don't care.
Just say horrible things to Michael, please.
Please, just wreck me.
If you we want to do a thing where we do a like the Jimmy Kimmel reading me tweets.
Oh, mean tweets, yeah.
But it'll be just for you.
I think that'd be kind of funny. I was joking, but now I'm
that'd be really fun. So say the meanest shit you can think of to Michael on Twitter.
Please do.
And yeah, email us BthroughZ podcast@gmail.com. We've got our YouTube channel where you can find all the stuff, BthroughZ official, and BthroughZ.tk is the website. So we've been building that thing for a while now. Our guy Adam's been working his butt off. And we're just going to keep adding content. So thank you so much for listening. And you know what? Can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you just have yourself a great day? That's what I want. I want everybody to have a great day and be as mean as possible to Michael on Twitter. Sounds good?
Happy New Year.
See you guys.